Out there talking shit Tuesday, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk shit about cars, mostly Ford centric. I tune for Lund Racing. In case you don't know who I am, Alejandro Flores, formerly known as YOLO douchebag, YDBT, whatever. We're going to talk some shit today about the ZR1 effect. There is a weird effect that happens when a new car is introduced, and when this new car has the metrics that it has, a lot of people get a little insecure about their pride and joy or whatever Halo vehicle they're biggest fans of. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a Dodge Demon guy and you're like Demon 170, 8 seconds, quickest car, blah, 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 big three. And then you hear the ZR1X has claims of sub 9-second quarter miles. And you're like, wait, is that on the track or is that on an unprepped surface? Well, don't be surprised if it's on an unprepped surface. So what happens? Immediately, the copium starts to just take effect. Everyone just starts making excuses as to this, as to that. And of course, every single time without failure, someone throws out crazy stuff like Cobra Jet and the Drag Pack Dodge and cars that can't even get a VIN number. Like, crazy stuff. So today we're going to do is we're going to dive into that kind of in that world where people are a little on the delusional side, or let's just say insecure side, and whatever Halo car they suck dick on is threatened to be dethroned. That's the one. The threatening to be dethroned is what's causing these people to have issues, and we'll talk about that and many more things, but not before Mr. O'Reilly tells us to do it live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
It does suck, man. But you know what does not suck is DNA High Performance. We're going to change it up a little bit. DNA High Performance does not suck. You can get all of your Go Fast goodies there. Get your 400 fuel system, ID 1000, 1050Xs, 1750Xs, 2600Xs, whatever you want. Injector, parts, Ford Star wheels, you name it. You could probably get a set of, Edelbrock small block Chevy heads. Who knows? Hit them up. DNAPperformance.com. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS, best cold energy on the planet. Nobody else matters. Look, I am blown away that people are still making over the radiator intakes, proving that people are retarded, and PMAS has dispelled all of those over the radiator myths. The fender well is a way better intake. Get your PMAS cold air intake, PMASmath.com. Partsfarm.com. That's right. Use late model parts, Mustang, F-150, Camaro, anything that they can find. If you check them out on Instagram and Facebook, they actually post up some interesting cars they come across at these auctions. So give them a follow and buy your used parts at partsfarm.com. Two Auto Solution. Let me tell you, Two Auto Solution. He is building engines, complete packages, building transmissions. The guy is legitimately great at the Ford modular game. If you're in Puerto Rico or if you want your car worked on, take it to Rami Zaidan. I literally trust him with any of my vehicles. And Belak Industry, he wants to go 100 miles an hour on his boat. If you sell drugs, you're going to get those wheels. If you have an M3, 2, 5, you name it, that's kind of the go-to wheel for the BMW guys, because now a lot of BMW guys are starting to be a little, let's just say, about that live. Let's say hi to the people here and get after it. richprints.com. Let me see. Let me see. richprints.com/YDBT. Again, this is there just in case you want to support me monetarily, but you get something for it. Instead of an icon, you can get yourself some hats, get yourself some flat brim, Dolo, YDBT, and Amory hats. The Amory hat is hilarious because everyone knows it's the Amory. Get it before 1320 steals it. Section 8, shirts, long sleeve, short sleeves, hoodies, long sleeve, short sleeve, hush money, hoodie, hush money, vertical, YDBT, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, and GT350 Save the Manual shirts, 8586 Fox Body, 87-93 Fox Body, 1320 Didios, and F1320, and all the good shit. I have everything on. I'm wearing currently the Save the Manuals gray Gen 2 shirt because I buy the stuff. I don't ask for free shit. They got to make money. So, I'm going to buy them. And today we're going to do a giveaway, Star Trek related. I think you guys are going to have to step up your game when it comes to this one, because I'm not going to give you that many hints, and I don't think it's that easy to look up, but we'll get after it. Money 540, Clint Stroke 50, B. Levesh, G33 Camzilla, Frank Donahue 50, Jasso, D-Rock Fox, Copperhead Gasket. Copperhead Gasket. Riddle for the Emery. How is it that Gen 3 accessory has shorter belt than Gen 1 and 2 if the water crank and idlers are the same? Clean out GT Christian, El Verga Larga, John Bonano, JD Swag, Jesus Skorsky, Tony the Trucker, Wesley Stewart, I'm Hung Solo, Dual Overhead Cam, Ant, Deuce Machina, Toilet Dumper, Robo Style, Haven Zeph, John Bailey, CJM, 2 J's and 5 O's. It's if it's a 10 or 80, you're a non-driving motherfucker. Nick Perry, 94 GT Verb, Burt Rowan, Anthony, Oscar Hernandez, Grant, Jared Wells, the new dad, Grey Mustang, Venom Racing, Ephraim, Johnny B, Frosty, Bryson Witt, Jay Walker. Looks like the ZR1 already got dethroned as fast as gas cars, but the $2 million McLaren W1. Sheesh! Tony Dominguez, Carlos Bahena, Deuce Machina, Matt A, Bryson Witt, Gregory, if it's not chopping. Wait, if it's chopping, if not chopping like a motherfucker, it ain't worth shit. Nat Jew, Jeremy Fernandez, Rick Garcia, Tyler Santiago. Apparently the Mexico contingent showed up. Oscar Hernandez. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what? You're right.
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
If you don't like Trump, something's the fuck wrong with you. This guy goes out there and talks like you and me.
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
And he said to Israel, fuck you, we're done defending your shit.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
So for those of you that were like, oh, he's all sucking Israel's dick, he literally called Bibi and said, that's it. You get 12 bunker busters, 9 B-2 bombers, and that's it. You fuck around, you're going to find out too. So it'll be really nice.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I love how you understand that? That the New York, they don't know what the fuck. And he goes in when he says, don't know what the fuck. I love this man. So if you go on name it, any stupid ZR1 post, you're going to find it. You're going to see it. And I'll give you a quick example. I did a quick search, right? And Car Illustrated magazine on the 22nd posted a very nice, I think, very accurate description of 3 Billy badass cars that Chevy GM has put out there. So the C6 ZR1 in its day was a $100,000 car. That today is $146,000. Okay, if you're taking inflation into account, $100,000 in 2009 is $146,217 today. So if you were to, someone is selling a $150,000 car, but you suck and gargle the C6 ZR1, guess what? That's a 6-figure car. The ZR1 C7 version, Billy Badass, $120,000 new. Now you can't touch them for under $200,000 is what I hear. They have reached that weird Viper territory where it's like, okay, it's kind of out of reach. Even the used car market is so strong on the C7 ZR1 because it's a straight line monster. It has a 2650 port injection and direct injection. Great 8-speed not great, but good 8-speed automatic. It's a badass car. Bolt-ons go 890s or low 9, no problem. Then the ZR1, which is the 9.6 150 non-X version, still Billy badass, mid 9 seconds, over $200,000. But the ZR1X is probably going to be $300,000, and it's going to run 8s in the quarter mile. All you have to do is read a little bit. And here comes the Plaid owners, right? ZR1X is sub 9 and under 2. That's crazy for a street car, and that'll be a track monster. And someone says, So someone said ZR1X, I believe they said sub 9 quarter and sub 2 seconds or to 60. Insane from a stock vehicle, less than $300,000. Very good. 9.6 at 150 is parachute territory. Yes, it is. Must be a real feeling of pride, accomplishment to write a check. Chuck Hoover. There's always that guy that says, it must be a great feeling of pride and accomplishment to write a check. Did you pay for your house cash? Do you pay for your car parts cash? Most of you affirm that shit. So this rings of just insecurity, like, yo, you didn't build it. How the hell are you going to build a car that goes 230 miles an hour, sub 9 second quarter mile, 10 piston brakes, twin turbo, DCT, front hybrid, You can't build that for $300,000. Go ahead, guys. Try it out. Try an 8-second car. Actually, that's a great point. Can you build, not something that already is Billy Badass, but can you build a car for about $250 that does everything right? 230 top speed, 8-second turning, stopping, AC, pump, gas. Good luck with that. And of course, you're gonna see these people just kind of go in there and defend their people. And I have seen some crazy posts. I have seen some out-of-pocket posts that people are like, well, what about the Demon 170? You mean the car that needs 55-gallon buckets of glue on the 60-foot line to get going? That one? On the street. When was the last time you saw a Demon on the street get after it from a dig? Even the guys over there on the West Coast, they prep the ever-living shit out of that street. Set it on fire even. They have a special guy that comes and preps the shit. And they pay him some of the pot money. And the guy goes out there, pumps away, sets shit on fire, and he gets some money. And I'm just like, okay, well, in a, let's just say, real-world situation, I don't know of any Hellcat or Demon or anything supercharged Hemi that isn't all-wheel drive get after it from a dig. And usually the ones that do are Trackhawks or Durangos. That's it. So there's a weird copium happening out there. And of course, the Ford guys are also doing the copium situation where they're like, the GTD is just a better car. The GTD is heavier than the ZR1 and the ZR1X. If I'm not mistaken, if you do a quick Google search, look up the weight of the GTD versus the projected weight, because no one really knows, of the ZR1X. The ZR1X, I want that one because it's heavier because of the hybrid drive. And we'll see if the GTD is heavier. If I'm not mistaken, the GTD is heavier. So the GTD is heavier, okay? It has 400 total less horsepower than the ZR1X. And you're going to tell me that thing is not going to perform well in the Nürburgring or any road course that you put it in? Come on, stop it with that stuff. So I'm kind of blown away that the copium is hitting hard, but it's not to be expected. When they announced the GTD, I said, wait a minute, so you're making a super exclusive car that is only good on road courses, which no one will take it on because it's such an exclusive car. And like, you're supposed, and then the fact that they sent it out to Multimatic is what rubbed me the wrong way. I said, damn it. SVT Mustangs were built in-house. Anything with an SVT badge was built by Ford. The last, I believe, SVT vehicles that mattered were the 13 and 14 GT500s. After that, nothing really SVT mattered. So the whole allure of a Ford-built performance vehicle kind of went away. And a lot of people were kind of salty about that. And then they just handed stuff off to special blower companies that would just put a FP700 Ford Performance, just started slapping superchargers on GTs instead of like engineering the vehicle around a thought process like SVT did. Even if it was a dumb little Focus, it was an SVT version. It was a kind of badass, kind of. I'm not going to go that far to say it was Billy badass. Focus RS, somebody said. So yeah, I'm kind of blown away that the Copium is hitting hard in every platform. Chevy guys like it, but you could tell that they're biting their tongue a little bit because it's a dual overhead cam platform. Like for the last 20 years, at least, Chevy guys have been LS guys. The ones that are the mouthiest, the loudest, the lippiest, the 4.8 guys, the 5.3 guys, the LQ4 guys, best, swap, best. Now, their Halo vehicle comes with an architecture that Ford has been using in their Mustangs, in their V8s, since the Cobra, let's just say, because we'll talk about dual overhead cam. If you want to go back to the LSC Lincoln, if you want to go back to the X, I'm talking about a Mustang, the Cobra, I would say, and then in volume, dual overhead cam with variable cam timing, Coyote Mustang. So I think they're biting their tongue a little bit and going, fuck, guys, it's badass, but god damn it, they went dual overhead cam, wideband, twin turbo, and hybrid. Everything we hate, but it's projected to be one of the quickest OEM vehicles ever. The GTD, in my opinion, is Multimatic. I don't even consider that Ford. I don't even think that's Ford. Just like Shelby, when you guys say, Shelby. There was a guy yesterday that said, the ZR1X isn't shit. Ford made the code red. No, they didn't. Ford did not make the code red. The code red is a aftermarket car built by Fat House with an FFRE motor, Shelby's blessing. There is nothing Ford about that vehicle, okay? That is a Shelby and Fat House project. But the normies don't know that. The normies are going to go, oh, yeah? Ford has a code red? I never heard about it. Let me look into it. And you know what's funny about that? When you start watching the Barrett-Jackson car auction, you figure out that a lot of the most badass cars that carried a certain brand like Chevy, Dodge, or Ford were not done by Ford. They were done by Shelby, they were done by Yenko, they were done by this brothers and this family and these guys. The dealership offered a different package. The dealership's like, okay, deliver me a Nova, I'll shove this motor into that, call it Yenko. And then people will go, oh yeah, Chevy made the Yenko. No, they didn't! Yenko made the Yenko. Shelby made the Shelby. Well, that's where people get confused and that's where people get lost in the sauce. They start going, well, for a while, Ford carried the Shelby name, but now in 2024, there is nothing Shelby from Ford. So it is confusing. I understand. Hell, people still call the GT500 a Cobra because it has a Cobra on it. It makes sense. Why is there a Cobra on a Shelby GT500? Why wasn't the 0304 Cobra a Shelby something? It's got the same Cobra. Why is there a Cobra on these cars? Asking the hard-hitting questions. So have you been part of this copium? Have you been in the trenches, in the foxhole with your buddy, going in on people online to try to make fun and mine some of the tears from the copium that's happening? It's been an interesting thing to watch, and I think it's great to talk about. So we're going to talk about that mostly today. Street Alpha Podcast drops tomorrow. The Street Alpha Podcast that I did with Tukes drops tomorrow. They dropped another teaser today where I talked about the flat plane crank, which we've talked about on this show many times, on the C8 ZR1. The C8, where Corvette owners are going, well, I can either buy the E-Ray or the Z06. I'm going to buy the Z06 because it's better because it has a flat plane crank. And then I go, what the fuck does that mean? And then when you drive it, it has no torque. And you're like, wait, I got beat by my buddy's E-Ray. I don't get it. Well, guess what? Performance-wise, from a straight line, in a straight line, I think the E-Ray is a better buy. Road course, you'll never take it on a road course because you got your New Balances on, your socks up to your knees. You're never going to road course this thing. It's going to be a one of 865 poster in front of your shit while you're wearing a hat that says flat plane crank Z06. And that's that. And yes, I also have a Shelby hat in case you guys think that I'm an equal opportunity hater. And in that Street Alpha interview, I do call myself a Shelby hater, and I yell it to the camera. Dropping the biggest lows. Good morning, Token GM guy here again for the ZR1X haters trying to pull their thongs out of their bussies. How can you hate on that car? You cannot hate on that car, but I understand what you're saying. Bro, I haven't caught a streamer forever because I'm a little gay boy, I guess. At least you admit it. Grind mods, listen. We'll catch in later. Peace. My JLT BMR poor bid dyno tuned. 10R80 on VMS is also run 9s on the street on a bad day. That's nothing. Alex, by the way, the McLaren one comment wasn't ZR1X hate. Just shows basically the only gas car that can beat it costs $2 million. That's been the whole identity of the Corvette, right? Hasn't the Corvette always been punching above its weight class? Hasn't the Corvette always been on par with supercars of the day? If you watch what the C4 ZR1 was running up against in the time, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it a Testarossa or another Ferrari where they drag raced the Ferrari of its day versus the ZR1 C4 variant? And it beat it. So then you're like, wait a minute, I can buy an American car that beats a Ferrari whatever the fuck? And then the C6, what was the competition for the C6? The like California or something? I don't know. It was a Ferrari. Chevy does a very smart thing. They go, we're going to build a car that outperforms this Ferrari. So then the next year, they found out after C6 that they got to go mid-engine or rear engine, whatever the hell you want to call it, mid-engine, because Ferrari, was kind of like had an advantage out of the hole. And the C701, while great in a straight line with drag radials and prep, stock for stock, the Ferrari was beating it 0 to 60, right? So then people were like, what's next? Well, Chevy was like, if we're going to compete in that market, we got to play in the same sandbox. So let's put the engine at the back. And when the C8 came out, a lot of people hated it. Look, a lot of people hated when the Corvette stopped having flip-up lights. I'm that old. I'm that old to remember when every Corvette had flip-up lights. And then the C6 came out and everyone hated it. It looks like a European car. Oh, they went Euro style. No shit. Who do you think Corvette's competition is? Mustang? No. Mustang punched above its weight class and it killed the Camaro twice. Let's be honest, the Camaro disappeared twice. And the only competition left was old Camaros or the Corvette. So people started racing the Corvette. But the Corvette wasn't looking at Mustang. They were looking at Ferraris and supercars. So they said, let's go mid-engine. They went mid-engine. They went through those growing pains. And then this is the end result. An 8-second, 0 to 60 under 2, 230 mile an hour hybrid all-wheel drive motherfucker. I'm sorry, Ford ain't got shit for that. They're not even looking at Ford. They're going, shut up. Just get out of here. We're dealing with the high-end motherfucker. So that has been, in my opinion, Corvette's identity forever. Where you can get supercar performance out of a Chevy. The fact that the Camry started from a misinterpreted cup is legendary. Oh, brother, he misspelled Camry. Do I still have that cup? Boy, that cup was great. Can I get a Lund Ghost Cam tune to my 21 Whipple Mach 1, Alex? I don't think so. The bypass is going to be wonky. We can try it, but don't think we're going to chase it at all. Rhino says, good day from Australia. Good day. Don't you guys have like cam manufacturer? Let me stop. Stop, Alex. You can't do that. You gotta hold on. I made it. It says Anito Diaz already on the soundboard. Nice. It's always on the soundboard. I heard that this morning and I went, I gotta have it.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Dropping a like while I'm cutting the yard. Ricky, Alex, is a boosted boss still a good choice as to get into the Mustang game? Of course it is. You cannot go wrong with a boosted boss. Let's get some of these paid chats here. Golden says, like the stream, guys. Thank you very much for the money. GTD is flying pride flag. Sorry, not sorry. I wouldn't take it that far. The GTD as a performance vehicle is insanely impressive. The GTD as a Mustang is weird because no one owns a Mustang and looks at the GTD and goes, yeah, this is that. This is just an upgraded version of that. No. People look at a GTD, people that own a Mustang, they look at a GTD just like they would at like an actual race car. They're like, they just made a race car for the street. It's not a Mustang per se. It went off to another company. It got completely redone, has a crazy suspension. I can't imagine warranty is going to be a thing. Nobody's going to drive this thing to its full potential. And if it is, it's going to be like Misha in them. But at $300,000, if you can get an allocation, you probably should just put it in bubble wrap and never drive it. And in 5 to 7 years, be worth 500. Not because it's faster, better, just because there's not many of them. PR says, Alex, what's your opinion on the CT5 Blackwing? CT5 Blackwing? I already talked about that many times. Ed's Garage. Right now, Z06, Z01, and Z01X are at Nurburgring. People aren't even talking if it'll beat the GTD, but rather if it'll take the crown away from AMG as the track record. So I'm not a Schleckenberg, but since this is the sandbox we're playing in, what if the ZR1 is not even worried about the Mustang? Just like I said, the C6 ZR1 was built not as competition for the Mustang. It was a Ferrari killer. The C7 ZR1 was not Mustang competition. It was a Ferrari Lambo killer. Now the ZR1X and ZR1 are Lambo and Ferrari killers. So what if Chevy goes to the Nürburgring and doesn't even think about the Mustang? They're like, Mustang? Boy, we're not here for the Mustang. We're here for everything. The overall production car record. Stop it. Not the American car record. We want everything. So, if they go out there with their goals set that high, anything else is a disappointment. So what are they going to do? They're going to stay out there until they meet their goal. I'll give you an example. It's not 100% line on line. But when the Lunds now, with Grey Goose, go to a race, you guys, and we do, internally go, this is a competitor. We should place in the top 4 of whatever class we're in. Hell, if we don't make the semis or the finals, it's a bit of a failure, right? And then when you go to even the most vehement Lund haters, look at the Grey Goose, they're looking around, right? They're like, oh man, oh shit, man, maybe, and then fuck! Remember that clip where LeBron James is at the free throw line, and then they sub out for Kawhi Leonard, and he goes, damn. That's what other racers do to the Grey Goose. They talk shit on it. They internally talk shit. They have group chats with shit talking. They have they don't know nothing. And then what happens? When they go to the track, they're looking around. They're like, okay, Brett LaSalle's here. He's running Pro 275, Pro 28, whatever. That car's different level. Fuck, I think we got. And then the Grey Goose shows up, and they're like, fuck. They start looking around. They're like, do I see a 6'2" guy with glasses and New Balances? Is there a 6'2" guy with a buzz cut, New Balances, pants up over his belly button? That's John Lund. Fuck, he's here. Damn it, that's bullshit. That car should be outlawed. It's got fuck, what can we complain about? It's heavier than ours. It's got a 3-link, not a 4-link. It's got a 6R. It's got a catch can that's not approved. Emmanuel Martinez says, just want to show my support. I haven't had a Mustang since 2.5 years and still enjoy watching your streams. Good shit, man. Appreciate you very much. That's how you know you got an Amri behind you. The GTD should have been something like the Ford GT. When I look at the Ford GT, it's not competing against anything, right? Like Ford, who did you build that? Who did you build that car to beat? Ford, anyone here. Can anyone answer who is Ford GT's competition? Don't say Lambo. That shit get fucked up by a Lambo. Like the best one. Oh, not in Schleckenberg zone. I don't think the ZR1 will do that hot on the ring. The vets never seem to do well there. Something tells me the C8 will. Everything I've read on the C8 chassis, it is that the refinement is next level. Next level. And the early ZR1s are going to have the old interior. Then the later model ZR1s are going to have the bigger, kind of wider interior, not that big pillar in the middle. So you're telling me that they're only going to make this a straight line car? The C8 chassis is actually pretty darn perfect for Schleckenberg stuff. It just so happens to just get after it in a straight line. So don't be surprised if it does pretty well. The Corvette has always been the poor man's exotic. It'll be funny to see the GTD get smashed so quick. Usually those records hold for a period of time. The AMG one is light. Do you think the record is 6.3 for the AMG? Oh my lord. 20 whole seconds? Sheesh. Then the GTD. Look, the GT3 RS is right there with the GTD in terms of Nürburgring time. I can't believe we're talking Nürburgring time. But that's the only metric that matters because the GTD can't fuck with it in a straight line. Like it's over. Do I have over? You can't turn it off? I don't think. Damn. That's one of the better clips I've ever had. Take that. Damn. I thought I had it's over. I don't have it's over. Hi, dear valuables. Chevy coming to take it all. Look, I'm excited because there hasn't been buzz around a vehicle, an American vehicle like this in a very long time. To be honest with you, for a little while, the GT500 had it, right? The 2020 GT500 had it until people started putting power to it. And they're like, oh, the DCT fucking sucks. It's 2025. We're midway through 2025. Still no tuning for the DCT on the GT500. So take that for what it's worth. Alex, is the Mach 1 ESS build worth it? What the fuck does that mean? It's a GT with a GT250 intake and an 87mm throttle body. Tell me What is so different from a Mach 1 than a GT? Go. No transmission? Is it worth it to put an ESS on a GT350? Yes, there is your Mach 1. GTD is a wannabe race car. However, if you take it to the track, your warranty is void. See, my problem with the Mustang GTD is that it's the same audience as Corvette guys. They talk about the specs. They put it out there on the billboard. They talk about the pedigree. You're not going to use it to its full potential. You are not. Look at me. You're not going to use that car to its full potential. So all you can do is talk about it, just like a Corvette guy. What's different? Tell me what's different between a GTD owner talking about the specs, the suspension, the wheels, the aero, the looks, than a Corvette guy saying the exact same shit and saying one of 560 in this package. You are the same person now. You are the same person. No one can talk shit on the Grey Goose. That car is insanely impressive. That LeBron Crip is so good. The Corvette is not an exotic. Too many of them out there, and no one said it was an exotic. It's an exotic killer. Almost as worse as how many people ask for ghost cam tunes on boosted setups. Bro. So this is what I think happens. Let's say somebody is happy with their tune, but they don't know any better. They don't know any better. So they're like, well, I got tuned by someone else that totally draws tunes and makes changes. Because caught another guy red-handed. Oh, bro, that was great. Where the fuck was I going? So let's say you're happy because you think this is how a tuned car is supposed to drive. Like shit. So then you come to Lund because you want the ghost cam tune specifically. But then Lund goes, let's go through the process. Let's dial the car in. And then you're like, oh shit, it drives good. I like the shifting. They bump my shift point. They communicate fast. They don't ghost me and take my money. The car's done. Cool. And then they're like, well, the whole reason I got this tune here was just to get the ghost cam tune. And I'm like, well, that's stupid, because what if your car is not suited for the ghost cam tune? Most positive displacement applications, again, you got to listen to my language. Most positive displacement applications should not get the ghost cam tune, because the bypass acts wonky at idle. You lose vacuum. IATs go up. I would not recommend it. Just like a cammed car, like a locked cam car, because we put it in a state of overlap. It causes what overlap shit does. No vacuum, bypass shuts, and it's just not worth chasing the issues with it. But you guys want it. So for a while, we were just sending them out like candy, and people are like, well, it stalled on me. Okay. So what the fuck do you want me to do? And then you look at the videos, and they're just putting it in the weirdest conditions. And I'm like, you're inducing that. Drive it like a normal fucking person, and it'll drive fine. It's weird when I drive a car, and I don't experience the issues everyone else drives. And they're like, no, this is what you got to do. You got to go 30 miles an hour. And while you're rolling, put it in neutral and then rev it to 6,000 RPMs and let off the gas. It'll stall. When is that a condition you're ever going to come across? No, but I wanted to make sure it's not a tune issue. Wait, what's the issue? Well, when you're rolling, automatic, put it in neutral. Why would you do that? Just put it in neutral and rev it. Oh. So you're gay. So when you're rolling and you see another Mustang, you stupid son of a bitch, put it in neutral and rev it at the other guy. Oh, shit. Stalled. Must be a tune issue. A history book. GTD was designed to go after the Porsche GT3. Yeah, I guess it did. Ford GT is really the collector's car, the namesake thing. Paragon Performance just put a ZR1 on the dyno, and it made 1,028 standard. I don't know about that. It sounds like was it in Arizona? It doesn't even beat the GT4 RS. ZR1 is a next-gen car, probably with a good number. Okay, whoa. The C8 does fantastic for the shorter tracks like VRR and Coda. But you don't think a hybrid, twin-turbo, dual overhead cam car that goes 233 top speed wouldn't do well at that situation? Stop it. Just put a Laguna Seca drag pack on the Whipple S650, 18 tires, they're freaking heavy. They built the GT for the gatekeeper. Oh my God, Jay Walker talking his bullshit. Like when the GTR came out and they talked about 0 to 60, but you lose warranty if you launch it. The GT4 would like work. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? All Ford's silly ass had to do was take the 5.4 Coyote variant from the GT3 Mustang and put it in the Ford GT with twin turbos. Ran where? I would have applauded them. I would have stood up and given them a slow clap. Wait a minute. They put a 5.4 Coyote variant in the GT3 and put twin turbos on the bitch. Lowered the compression, made it pump gas friendly, and it makes 900 to 1,000 behind the asshole horsepower. I would have made 30 videos on it. But guess what? Chevy did. So now I'm making 30 videos on that. Second and late, you still can't order RCSP without a 5.0. You still can't order. According to somebody, 3.5 EcoBoost. Someone showed me a screenshot. Imagine spending $300K for a performance car that you lose your warranty if you do performance stuff. Time to beat Nurburgring is the Mercedes AMG One 62909. That is for production cars. That is too fast. That's too fast. That sounds dumb. I don't think that if the ZR1. So for those of you that don't know what an AMG One is, it's this. If the ZR1, look, this is a big if. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But if the ZR1 is on par with this. So if the ZR1 runs 632, if the ZR1 runs 634, it's within eyesight of an F1 car with a street body, basically. Not really, but you know what I mean. Yeah. You can bet your ass that the ZR1 is not even looking at Mustangs as competition. So please, please, please stop comparing the ZR1 to anything Ford makes currently, because it's not even close. Not even close. It's just not on the same planet. It's not in the same solar system. It's not in the same solar system. It really isn't. The Mustang GTD is, let's say, Neptune if ZR1 is Earth. AMG One, okay, put your GTD on 24-hour Le Mans or whatever the fuck, and let's see how it really does. Now, see, these are the conversations. These are the conversations I'm avoiding. I'm avoiding these conversations because it's so retarded. This is why I told you guys, listen up. Light to light matters more than a Nurburgring time. Light to light matters more than a Nurburgring time. That's why the E-Ray is a better vehicle than any Mustang offering. Any. You don't even have to go to the ZR1 to say that a Corvette variant is better. The E-Ray is better than most. It's a 10.7 car. Stock. You can probably drive it in the winter if you're in the north. It is all-wheel drive. I don't understand why people don't get that that vehicle is basically a baby ZR1X because it's built off of that platform besides the motor. I know the motor needs rods, pistons, all this stuff. But again, if I'm going to buy a modern car to, let's say I sell everything. I sell the GT500, Donnie, and the Corvette, right? But I want one badass car. It's going to be the E-Ray. And then I'll eventually end up getting like a Plaid or something. Like at the end of the day, like it's crazy what you can get away with an E-Ray and a twin turbo kit. If it runs 9s on the stock motor and then rods and pistons that can go low 9s and do no prep shit, stop it. I don't think the ZR1 beats the AMG One, but being able to aim for it is a hell of a feat. Again, aim high and see where it goes. I'll take my cousin's damn twin turbo single cab 5.3 yeehaw. That's the conversation that we're having nowadays. It's a little crazy, the conversation we're having nowadays. See, Mustang, the wind, it lost the wind on its sails. It just, there was no news coming out of it except negative news. And 24 Mustang owners are not Mustang owners. You understand? Like, if you know anything about Mustang, you avoid the 24 Mustang. The only people that bought the 24 Mustang are like cloud chasers and shops that want to sell parts, right? Like the fastest ones are shops or cloud chasers. YouTubers, cloud chasers, wannabe giveawayers and try to sell shirts for giveaways to try to make a quick $300,000, or shops that need to sell parts and stay relevant. but the general public kept their 23 and under Mustang. Nah, we'll keep it. So this is what the crazy, psychotic 24 Mustang owners say. Well, if it goes 10s NA without tuning, gutted, E30, running lean beyond its life, and about $12,000 to $15,000 in parts and bolt-ons. And they say, wait till tuning gets opened up. What if Ford already sauced up the tuning the best it can do? So you're telling me a good comparison, instead of stock for stock, I would say tuned stock pump gas 23 and under versus a stock 24 and up, because the tune is sauced up. That's all the 24 Mustang is. A 5.0, 10R80, weird nose, tablets on the dash, sauced up tune from Ford. So there's no meat on the bone. It's already seen 27, 28 degrees on pump gas. You know how much the 23 and under see on pump gas? 22, 23, if that. So let's say you tune it, and then, now we have an apples to apples comparison. Sauced up 23 and under, stock sauced up factory tune 24. I put my money on the 23 and under 100% of the time, if all things are equal. That's just how it is. The only way to get an EcoBoost regular cab is in a long bed. Okay, I've seen screenshots of a regular cab EcoBoost. AMG One built after 8 years of Mercedes Formula One. Reading the brochure. It would be a miracle if the Ford GT with the twin turbo 5.4 Coyote was a thing or was built in-house. I'm pretty sure the E-Ray will shoot up in sales and popularity based on the ZR1X now. This channel has been a massive advocate for the the E-Ray. The good thing is there's history. You could go back and go, Alex been talking about the E-Ray forever. Alex been talking about the E-Ray this, and we didn't believe him. And then guess what? ZR1X. Fuck you. I wonder if Ford decided to make an all-wheel drive Mustang variant. Would diehard Ford fans lose their shit because it's not a true Mustang, or appreciate it? When the C5 Corvette was around, Corvette guys loved it. When the C6 was announced, Corvette guys were like, I don't like the lights. It was the first year of non-pop-up headlights, and they were mad about it. But what is the most Billy badass street race car that you see out there? Z06 or ZR1 C6 variant. So then the C7 came out. Oh, I don't know, it's heavy, it's big. Z06 with the 2650 gets after it. ZR1 is a Billy badass motherfucker. C8 comes out. Oh, mid-engine, weird nose, frunk, stupid, weird interior. E-Ray comes out. Z06 comes out. ZR1 comes out. ZR1X comes out. Just give it time. People will come around. Required sex test before sex says, Alex, just sell everything and buy a Pontiac. I'm fire. I'm looking into a RSA 10R80 for my 1,000 wheel horsepower Mustang. Have you seen pretty good results from those guys? They build a lot of transmissions. I'm not going to say one way or the other, but if it's just clutches and regular stuff, yeah, sure. If there's a way of shutting off adaptive learning on your 10R80, I would highly suggest you do that if you're making big power. Frank Donahue says, final assembly of the AMG One is Multimatic in the UK. Could you imagine? Multimatic is building cars that Chevy is going up against. In-house Chevy engineers are going up against race cars built by Multimatic. And it's a Canadian company. What if Chevy makes a Z06X and a 5.5 hybrid? Oh. No, because I even thought that it was weird to make two ZR1s. That's never happened. They've never had two Z06s. Actually, well, stop. Let's talk C7. And you guys know way more than I do. So please, let's talk C7 stuff. So a C7 ZR1, sorry. A C7 Z06 has which motor? The LT Go. It's got a 1.9 liter TVS, I think. So C7, Z06, 1.9 TVS, and the whatever LT something, right? Let's talk about it. I'll wait for you guys to answer, because what does it have? Boy, there's a huge delay on this thing. So the C6 has an LT4, according to Nick Perry and Cobra 460. What does the Grand Sport have? The Grand Sport C7, isn't it everything that the Z06 has minus the motor and supercharger? Yes or no? Right? You'll see where I'm going with this. Just answer my question. Isn't the C7 Grand Sport the same as a Z06 in appearance and brakes and carbon and whatever the hell else, but it has a LT1? Okay. Is the LT1 good supercharged? Yes or no? So, Jay Walker says, Grand Sport is a Z06 with a base motor. Okay. Is the LT1 a good motor to supercharge? Yes or no? I'm going to wait. I like this. You guys, I lean on you guys because I don't know this shit. Okay. I'm getting so many different answers. That's the problem. Is the Grand Sport Z motor good to supercharge? GP with the M3? Yes. C6ZGS. Okay. So Josh Shelton says no. D from no. Okay, hell no. Okay, so I'll shut the fuck up. I thought that Ford, GM, made a faux pas by introducing a Z06 and a Z06 with a weaker motor that you can just supercharge and run similar numbers. But according to you guys, that's not possible. Okay, good. I stand corrected. So I thought it was weird that they made a C8 ZR1 and then at the same time, a ZR1X 2 weeks later. I went, wait a minute. Why would anyone buy the rear-wheel drive version? Unless they're doing, oh, wait a minute. If you're doing road race stuff, you want the rear-wheel drive one. Generally. It's not going to plow in the corner. It's not going to do anything weird. And it's lighter. So, you can get the non-crazy aero package, rear-wheel drive, lighter, just base shit, non-crazy downforce, and be a better road race car than the ZR1X. But again, it's odd because I don't think the ZR1X is going to be bad. The Haggerty video is going to be badass. I can't wait, and I'm guaranteeing they're in the middle of producing that right now. They probably said, fuck all these other cars. We're going to compare the ZR1 versus the ZR1X. 0 to 60, road course, and then they're going to say, and then they're going to try to pare down why one is more useful for this, for that. That I thought it was odd that they brought out two identical vehicles, basically. 1080 with a ZF 8HP 70, which is better for drag racing. 8 HP, by far. 1080 shit. Blows up with, again, it's fine. This is the problem, Foster. A lot of people have success with the 10R80, and the problem is the most visible people have success with it, and then the other 95% hate it. You watch TRC, you watch this guy, you watch this YouTuber, that YouTuber, their 10R80 is getting after it, no problem. But I'm in the ticket system, and I'm seeing a huge amount of guys going, this thing fucking sucks. I got to rebuild it again. Went through a set of clutches. Oh my God, this thing just, blah, blah. And then they go, let me just put a 400 in it. And this is usually what happens. You build a Whipple car. Whipple, stock motor Gen 3, 10R80. You smoke it after you go 9.4, 9.3 a couple of times. You put a set of clutches in it. You pull it down. It drives funky, but at watt, it's okay. And it goes 8.9, 8.8. It does it 3 or 4 times. You smoke the clutches again. So you're like, wait a minute. I just spent $5 to $6 grand to put clutches in it the first time. And now I'm about to spend another $5 to $6 grand. Fuck that. If all I'm doing is drag racing, why don't I just put a turbo 400 in it, a Billy badass one, all billet internals, reed case, pro torque converter or cone converter, like all the saucy shit, spend 12 to 15 and you are done. You can go seasons with that car. So it all depends on who you follow, who you watch, and who you listen to. But I'm in the ticket system. And we are responsible for, 75 to 80% of Mustangs tuned. And all the other bums gets Lund's scraps. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I've shown some of you guys how many people we tune on Patreon. It's pretty crazy. Isn't it similar to Dodge making a Hellcat, Red Eye Demon, and Demon 170? You're correct. You are right. But Chevy has never done that before. ZR1X will be good for one lap. ZR1 will be good for multiple laps. Alfredo, what makes you think the ZR1X won't be good for multiple laps? What do you think charges the battery? Do you think you need to have front wheel drive on all the time? No, it shuts off like at 100-something miles an hour. Like, if you're doing laps, the motors shut off like at 100-something miles an hour, like 130 or something. We'll figure out when. But they shut off. And all you need is the rear wheels. And you don't think that battery is charging as you're going? Come on, man. Come on, Alfredo Diaz. Don't do that. Don't do that. You think the battery runs out and they got to stop? And they got to charge up? That bitch is always charging. Come on, stop it. Koenigsegg is also, who cares? It's also, it could also be for factory production rules for GM factory road racing efforts. ZR1 are for the people and don't want the hybrid tech, it's battery packs. So the Modern Man Cave series, the first episode, the only episode, multiple episodes, but the first one, the guy goes, I don't want a hybrid. I don't want to deal with the battery. I don't drive it enough. Makes total sense. If you want simplicity, a mid 9-second car is fast enough. Shit, the ZR1 is fine. The ZR1X is for the saucy guy that wants to get after from a dig, in my opinion. I don't know. Or just to say you got the ZR1X. You know that Rick Hendrick is going to buy both. Both, VIN number ones. They should also do a stripped down ZR1 with a manual. Oh my God, shut up. It's over. It's over. Manuals, 1,000 horsepower? You want someone to put a manual behind a 1,000 horsepower car. If you watch the take rates, okay. Electric motors have regen, right? It doesn't have regen for the front motors. So what charges it? Something charges it. The electric motor shuts off at 160 in the ZR1X, exactly. Has bro ever heard of regenerative braking? Hello. Dropping a like, catch people later. Let me see. Let's go to Google. What charges the batteries in a E-Ray? Because it's the same technology. Oh, it's primarily charged through regenerative braking and coasting. The 2024 Corvette E-Ray 1.9 kilowatt-hour battery, which powers a front electric motor, is primarily charged through regenerative braking and coasting. Suck that dick. Hello. Dropping a like and catch people later. It says Golf Cart Girls Wheel Guy. Oh, great names. Good morning. I know it's always charging, but will it be at 100% after 2 minutes? It doesn't have to be at 100%. You know what's funny? I'm one of these idiots that worked in the industrial world. Here we go, Alex. Another uncle story. Yep. Sit down, you little son of a bitch, you little shit. Oh, and listen. You didn't listen to something, right? If you work at a dock and you have electric forklifts everywhere, when you hop in one, you're like, well, it's at 50%. I might as well just plug it in. Well, it's at 50%. Might as well not even use it. It's junk. No. 2 hours later, that bitch goes beep, 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 beep. Oh, shit, I got to charge it. So imagine you take your ZR1X to VIR. Bitch is at 100%, right? By the next lap, it's at 92%. Are you going to be like, whoa. Nope. I'm going to pull over. I'm going to coast and make sure it's 100. No. You could probably get 15 fucking laps in the bitch and it'll be at 30%. It's not on all the time. God damn. Ain't no way people think it's on all the time. Do people think it's on all the time? Ain't no way. Like, are people that retarded? Look, I understand we're all retarded, but are people that retarded? Remember when people were like, oh, what if I'm in a Tesla and I run out of battery? You mean when you fucking charge up and it says 400 miles range and it's going to sneak up on you? You're one of those dumb sons of bitches that gets in their car and goes, oh shit, I'm almost out of gas. I have never done that in my life. I go, got about a quarter tank. I'll fill up tonight before I go home. No, sorry. Most of y'all are like, put 5 on 8. I love going to a gas station and guys like, let me get a Mountain Dew, Snickers, pack of Zins, Skol, the mint one, and the rest on pump 6. Sir, that's only $3. Yeah, it's no problem. Comes out with all this bullshit. These gas prices are bullshit. You wasted it on bullshit. In the ZR1X, the Zora Bud. Isn't the ZR1X the Zora Bud? Don't know what you're saying. I've seen $293 markup on the MSRP on the ZR1. Wow, who broke the lock on the door? Two smooth brains. Like saying you need a full tank of gas for the car to work. Honey, what? The car says it's only got 7/8 of a tank. I'll take the other one. It's full. What's up, AMG? Drop a like and I'll catch people later. I only use my phone at 100% charge, right? Look, what's my phone on? 53%. Let me just stop texting motherfuckers until it's 100%. People just say shit. I don't know, Destroyer. A lot of people, okay. My car is way slower with a half tank of gas. Bro, charge his phone is 92%. If it's $300,000, better be all the time. Give me the handy, what, 30? Shut up. I love people. If it's $300,000, it better suck my dick on the dick. It's going to be a 9-second or 8-second twin turbo pump gas car, all-wheel drive. People pay $50,000 for Fox bodies. I repeat, I'm going to say it real slow. People have paid $50,000 for a 93 Cobra restored, for a notch, for a teal this, they have paid 50. That ain't giving you a hand job. You know what a Fox body gives you? A sweaty back. Bet me. But Alex, if the battery is low, it'll perform poorly. When I see less than $25 in the pump, I hope the poor soul makes it home. Or it was for his lawnmower. Yeah, can I get $5.38 on pump 3? I go, click, whatever it costs. If you're budgeting like that, I hope to God you're not getting a coffee every morning. If you're budgeting like a homo because, oh shit, I gotta put $20, man, it's gonna be tough. I just gotta get back to work and I get paid Friday. Let me get a Hostess Cinnabon with a Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Double Dew. What was the joke with South Park where Cartman got Double Dew, but it was Diet Double Dew, so it's like regular Mountain Dew. So it's like, what'd you get? I got Double Dew, but it's Diet Double Dew. But it's like, what? So it's like half the calories of Double Dew? Yeah. Well, isn't that just a regular Mountain Dew? He's like, I don't know. It's Diet Double Dew. Oh, I got to find it now. Fuck me. Diet Double Dew. 23 seconds. Let's see if they copyright my shit.
Long story.
It's like the Diet Double Dew. This is Cletus fans. Should I buy the Straw Hat or the Pit Vipers? Let me see. Here we go. What do you got there? Diet Double Dew.
Long story
Then stop drinking Double Dew, fat ass. This is Diet Double Dew, Kyle. It only has half the caffeine and sugar of Double Dew. Oh, man, you guys, I gotta get to a bathroom fast. You're in a forest. Go take a crap. If I crap in the woods, the blood will attract beavers, Cal.
Diet Double Dew. Yep, that's half of our audience here. But yeah, what are you gonna do? This guy stops his lawnmower after each stripe to add gas. Oh yeah, imagine. We don't got a full tank of gas. We don't got a full tank of gas for $300,000. That bitch better be 100% and suck my dick all the way down the track. Stop. Put gas in it. Stop. Stupid. People are stupid. I'm basing it off of the E-Ray, where the electric motor performance benefits are done after one lap. Maybe depending on the track, after that car will be slow. Oh, Alfredo, the ZR1 has 1,000 horsepower. Alfredo, it's got 1,000 horsepower. It's got 1,000 horsepower. The E-Ray has like 400. It's just off the line, man. So let's say you're, boom, you launch and the motor is off. You still got 1,000 horsepower at the back. And did you know this? The electric motors can be used for passing. So let's say the motor's not doing nothing because you turn it off or there's some track mode. And then you're like, I'm close to this guy. You can hit the cruise control up button and it goes, it's like not, is it DRS or KERS? Which one's DRS? Is the electric one, right? Or is KERS? One's aero, one's the motor. It's got 1,000 horse. Gets the menu, but a diet soda. Nice. Brando has what the plants crave. Diddy stops when his baby oil is half empty. Okay, 9 o'clock. Let's do a giveaway. Shirts. No Alfredo Diaz, because you won a couple of times, then you give it away to somebody else. Members only. If you won this year, you don't even answer. And if you answer and say give it to the next guy, I will ban you from the show. How about that? How about that? Let's make the penalty real hardcore. If you answer the question and say give it to the next guy, or you've won already, how about this? Your ass gets banned by me. I have control. I will ban your shit. Fuck it. Get your money back. Fuck you guys. This give it to the next guy, and then we gotta start, paring down who's who. Fuck all that shit. So let me double check the answer so I can get okay. There was an episode where there was a probe hail, and it momentarily made Captain Picard go unconscious, but for 25 minutes. But for those 25 minutes, he actually went through 40 years of memories on a planet that was dying. In those memories, this probe was able to kind of just download memories onto him. And he was basically, he raised a family. He raised a daughter who was like a physicist. The son was like a farmer. But basically, this probe told the story of the planet. In that episode, he learned to play what? And you gotta give me the full name of that instrument. The full actual name of that instrument. Spelling counts. Captain Picard learned to play what instrument in the episode where he was out for 25 minutes but had 40 years of memories and he had to play a very difficult instrument. What is the name of the instrument? The full name of the instrument, the type, the whole 9 yards, for sure. That's hard to look up. Good luck looking that up. Oh no, you got to give me the whole name. It's not just that, Sam50. It's not just that. You got to give me, it's a type of that. Nope. The whole name, motherfuckers! I wish. Hey! Easy R. The Resican Flute. And people can say, I said flute. I said the whole name. Resican Flute. Congratulations. Easy R. We's a Holly Haram member. Sam50 love ya. Destroyer love ya. Bulkhead love ya. But Easy R ended up winning, saying the Resican Flute. So do me a favor, Izzy R, you can hit me up. YDBT for life. Don't say give it to someone else. Fuck you. YDBT for life at gmail.com. The Resican Flute. Great episode. One of those episodes that I kind of can't watch because it's like, it hits me. It's weird. But it's good, especially when he plays the flute. I'm like, I don't know why it affects me. But the Resican Flute, and then he woke up and he thought, how long was I out? And they're like 25 minutes. And he's like, but I raised a family. I got married. I raised a family and all this stuff. But it ended up being the probe was sent up by the people to whoever they came across would tell them the story of the planet. The planet had died of just ozone shit. So it was good. It was a real good episode. People are still saying, Resican Flute, why does my Wi-Fi gotta be slow? Fuck my life. The flute of hybrid trompeta, Resican Flute is mayonnaise an instrument, meat flute, Resican Flute, Resican Flute, Resican Flute, ha ha ha. Skin flute, it was a skin flute. I wasn't going to remember that. Yeah, so fuck, I gotta play it. Yeah, so Resican Flute. I know you guys are like, I like you stupid Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I'm sorry, it's just like it does everything. Like it just hits right, This is the song he learned how to play, and it's like the song of the people. Might get copyrighted. There you go. So I guess in our group chat, we talked about Paragon Performance, or you guys talked about Paragon Performance, putting a ZR1. It's standard smoothing 5, but it made 1,028 to the wheels. Sheesh. 1,028 to the wheels, son. And 839 pound-feet of torque. No, I am not going to check any other Star Trek. All the other Star Treks suck. Picard sucked. Deep Space Nine sucked. The one with Voyager sucked. No, the only one that matters is Star Trek Next Generation. Flute was called The Inner Light. Great episode. Yes, the Flute episode is called The Inner Light. Guys, great episode. Like, it's a movie. Please watch it. It's so good. And if you don't like it, fuck you. I swear mine was on first. The Flute comment, but my Wi-Fi is slow. Not my problem. I wish I could wake up and find out my 12-year-old nightmare marriage was just a 25-minute dream. Star Trek Next Generation is goated for the time and still holds weight to this day. The Resican Flute is a prop from Star Trek The Next Generation, specifically from the episode The Inner Light. So I guess a guy won it at an auction, right? And he was crying. Like, this guy, like, won the Resican Flute because I guess the Star Trek studios were auctioning off like the models of the ships and everything that they actually used to film the show. And one of the guys bid like crazy money on the Flute. And the guy that played Jean-Luc Picard, I forget his name, his real name. He's like, it doesn't even work. It's not a real flute. It's like, shut up. It's symbolism. If you buy the Next Generation collection, the Blu-ray collection is nice and all. I recommend the DVD version if you want the original picture quality. I'm gonna change my name. Let me look at this Paragon Performance dyno sheet, because I watch it look wonderful. 1,000 wheel horsepower Corvettes from the factory is crazy work. Boy, I'm telling you, it just took the wind out of Ford sales. Like, it just doesn't matter. Look at that. 1,028. Look at that. Oh, I love it. This, you know what? You fucking weirdos, check this out. The next time you go to a dyno, dickhead, and you say it's got a hump in the middle. Hey man, it's got a hump in the middle. So does the bone stock ZR1. Ooh, hey, I want it to be smooth. Can you smooth out the curve? I don't know. ZR1 doesn't smooth out the curve. 1,000 horsepower ZR1 doesn't smooth out the curve. Bitch! Don't tell me to smooth out the curve. Go race it. It's a fucking 14-second car behind you. You behind the wheel anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. Stupid. I checked out the NASCAR shops for a week. Those shops are off the hook, okay? What is a torta? Are they good? I think I told you the story about how I found out what a torta was for the first time. I didn't know what a torta was. In Puerto Rican Spanish, it's pussy. Torta. Or a pie. Right? A treat. Like a little tart. Like a little treat. But in Mexican Spanish, isn't it funny how Mexicans talk about Spanish being their language, but their language is actually from a European country? Oh, we're native to this land. We speak Spanish here since the Spanish conquered you. The European country, that one. What the fuck did you talk? Inca before that. Anyway, I was in Houston, got to Houston, and I got a job at this terrible lawnmower supply company just to do something. And lunchtime came, and they're like, Alex, you want to go grab something to eat? I'm like, yeah, what's good around here? He goes, oh man, they got some good tortas around here. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm thinking it's a pie, right? I go, isn't it kind of early for dessert? He's like, no, torta is like, it's hot. I'm like, okay, where do you get tortas? And he's like, right there, that truck. And I'm like, truck? What the fuck? So we go there and I'm like, oh, it's just a bunch of shit inside a fried shell. Got it. It's real to me, damn it. Smoothing 5 on E30. Smooth boost, exactly. I'm getting an e-bike to falsify the sales numbers. Oh, bro, did you see that Ford released an e-bike? You know, you want to talk about an embarrassing company? You want to talk about like how far something has fallen? Just go to Ford. Just look. Okay, let me. There, one more. There it is. Can I click it? Yeah. See post. Oh fuck. Oh my god. And you know what? There has to be some intern over there that's like, we got to put this cool music on here. We got to put this cool music on here. Someone told me the tail light. Let me see if I can grab it. Ford e-bikes. It's a Holt Bronco. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. We're done. We're fucking done. It's over. What the fuck is happening? Holy shit. Oh, now I'm stuck here. Now I gotta see what other stupid bikes you guys got. Oh, wow. Wow. I got douche chills from how gay this is. God damn it. You know, I can't wait for ZR1 bikes to beat the shit out of those. Introducing the ZR1X bike. And it's like 10,000 kilowatt hours, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, 200 mile an hour top speed. Top speed 69 miles an hour. I'm just done with Ford. I'm available. I am a free agent. I'm now not bound by Ford anymore. I love their Coyote engine, and I will buy Coyote engines and put them in older Fords. But I have made myself eligible to be drafted. So if GM wants to just throw an E-Ray at me, I'm good. Great drivetrain efficiency. Any tips for second gen 5.0 engine assembly? It's my first time. Send it to a shop. But Alex, are you my tuner? Ramp it all the way up. To me, it means food or a big girl. Impressive pity a C8 Stingray starts over at 200,000 in Australia. Move, Rhino. Stolen land. Why do they speak Spanish down there, bud? Stolen land. You speak Spanish. Comes from Spain. It's European. Y'all got blonde hair, blue women in your shit. Y'all been conquered. Stop it. Isn't pato gay, but duck in Spanish? Yes. I've been told it's an overweight Latina girl, women, yes, which is also like a big fat, whatever. Will Lund offer flex? Nope. Will Lund offer flex tunes for the new Ford e-bike? And we thought when Mustang turned into a minivan was bad. Now it's an e-bike. Bronco branded e-bikes. Mustang branded e-bikes. You know what word we're going to call you when we see you on the street, right? We know what? We know when you're at Ponies in the Smokies parked on the avenue and you got your bike in front of the shit and the plushie that has the same snake on top of the GT500 and the GT500 e-bike. You know what word we're going to call you, right? Can't wait for my Shelby e-bike. Oh my God, the bike has a pony on it. E-bike, California special. Ford sells e-bikes, but not sedans or hatchbacks. It's got to be third party, but holy shit. I can't associate with Ford anymore. I just can't. I can't say I'm a Ford guy. I'm an old Ford guy. 2023 is when I stopped being all in on Ford. I'm just like, nah, y'all can suck that dick. You can take it. And I'm sure once the 24 Mustangs become tunable to people that steal tunes, first, I'm sure. I don't think Lund will be first. Something tells me that Lund will not be first. I just have this inkling. Call me crazy. But we'll be the best over time. Just like F-150, just like everything else we've always done, because we're just better. We're just better at it. You know what I mean? The volume lets us see more data, and we try stuff, and there's a group of like 5 of us, and stop it. Like, you know, it's hard to beat that kind of work ethic that we have and the data that we collect over a period of time. And maybe we're not going to be the first, but in like 6 months to a year, we'll be the best. Imagine seeing a Mach with a Mustang bike on the rack. A torta is a burger with a different shape, toasted bread, and avocados. See? A bike can be as gay as your car. Does the Ford make an e-bike without the seat on it? Nice, without the seat on it. Exactly. The thing is almost $5,000. Match your e-bike with your Mustang. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Ford has just jumped the shark. They officially jumped the shark. They're done. I don't care. They need. You can win me back. Don't get me wrong. I could be like Kevin Durant and just jump from team to team. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not on any team right now. I'm just a free agent floating above and seeing what the deal is. But if an E-Ray shows up in my garage, GM, because what happens when you give a GM, what happens when you give an E-Ray to like a shirt seller, giveaway guy? Hey guys, what's good? I got an E-Ray for that. We're going to give it away. I'm like, okay, cool. So give it away. No, you got to buy $400,000 worth of shirts first. Dildo seat gets you extra 5 horsepower. Fans are happy. Gay fans are happy with Ford. Ford going to be selling barbecue sauce like Shelby does pretty soon. Just trying to get the fatties in shape with the bike. Only way to make the Mustang faster without a tune. Don't roast me. I have 2 Mustangs. No, I get it. Trust me. I started seeing what was happening when Ford and nobody was refuting the lies that parts manufacturer and parts people were putting out there. I'm like, wait, why are you saying this stuff? You can't tell people this thing's making that kind of power pump gas. You're lying to them. And you know what? No one refuted it. Everyone just called me a hater. And Alex, you're just hating because you can't tune it and blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't care about that. I care about the consumer, because eventually you're going to believe half of the shit these guys tell you. And then when you take it to a dyno, all of a sudden it's not going to make the power. I've had plenty of guys hit me up about a blower that they got tuned by us, and then they take it to a dyno, and the dyno operator doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He shuts it down at 5,500, shuts it down at 6,000, this and that, and then they start blaming. And I'm like, wait a minute, are you not informed? Well, I heard from this guy. It depends on who you listen to. So 24 Mustang owners are literally telling you E30 is okay. So tell me, why is it that 24 and up people are saying that, but 23 and under people are not? Why are they not saying, no, that is either? If it's not good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Is that it's a totally different audience. The people that bought the 24 Mustang are not conventional people that bought Mustangs up to 2023. It's a clout chasing crowd. It's a crowd that wants the latest and greatest, or it's a shop. But the general consumer hasn't really gone all in on this Mustang, and the sales prove it. Again, sales are down. Now, because sales have been down so much, if tuning becomes available, I think you're going to see an uptick. But is the uptick going to be a 20% uptick? Again, if the 25 Mustang is down 18% versus 24, do you think if tuning becomes available in a month that they'll sell 20% more, so that 24 is still the worst selling year and 25 barely outsells it? I want to see a graph of before and after tuning to prove my fucking point that tuning drives sales. Modifying your car drives sales. The Mustang on its own sucks. The Mustang as a template to build off of is great, meaning the aftermarket actually sells Mustangs, not Ford. Stop it. I think they're copying the Mercedes F1 team, the same bike company making it for Ford. Yeah, they're just doing this bullshit. Ford is even willing to call the bicycle a Mustang. Why would you saturate your flagship? I want the Diddy version of that e-bike with no seat. He heard Ford is going to go for first for Tour de France. $200,000 Escalade made dude paid $10 million. What? No way. Do you know how many shirts you got to sell? What? How many shirts did you sell? How much apparel? No way. No way. 10 million? You know how much that shit is in merch? Hundreds of thousands of shirts. Jesus. No way. No way. Be back going to slap a Cobra badge on my lawnmower. Why did Ford become so gay? I think the people that got in charge in early 2020, 21, then COVID hit. Late 2019, 21, COVID hit. And they've been playing catch up ever since. And they don't know what to do. And they're just trying anything and anything to see if it sticks to the wall. And they're just trying unconventional stuff it's failed. It's just failed. You've seen QC issues not only on Mustang. I've seen upside down door handles on F-150s. I saw a guy on the channel was like, yeah, this F-150 doesn't even have a keyhole in it. So if your battery runs out, you can't get in it with a key. and they put the passenger side door handle on the driver's side and the driver's side handle on the passenger side with a keyhole with no tumbler in it. Unreal. Design-wise, Mustangs are dead. When the S550 appeared, no, the S550 sold well. It became a global car. And also, maybe some of you guys can look this up for me. Are the sales figures global or US only? Ford bike equals Mr. Garrison's car bike. Yes. Remember Mr. Garrison's car bike? Mr. Garrison's bike. Yes. Videos. Yeah, here we go. This is the new Ford bike and how you use it. There you go. There you go. Yeah, this is the executive before the Ford bike was introduced. South Park is just the best thing ever, man. I'm sure I'm going to get copyrighted, but I hope not. I hope it stays up. It's funny. Fuck it. Imagine spending $100,000 on a new Jet Shelby 350 and you can't even tune the motherfucker. It's because women run Ford. Now, you're not wrong about that. If you made $10 million, he has to sell 222,222 shirts at $45 a shirt. 400,000, $25 shirt to make $10 million. That would probably be gross. Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah, South Park is great. The S550 is an amazing, beautiful design. We just see it every day in our lives, so it dulls it down. I've always thought the S550 looks great. Okay, this S550, so much so that the GT500 went backwards in styling. That's right. The GT500 2020 has a 2015 to 2017 nose, not an 18 to 23 nose. I thought that was weird, but they knew what they were doing because it looks like a GT350. They used the wide body stuff. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So that's a great looking car. Don't say it sucks. The problem is now it looks like an Accord front end. It's still an S550. Let's be honest. You could put the doors, the front end, it's just interior. Motor is generally the same. Transmission is generally the same. It isn't a huge departure. It isn't a completely different platform, different computer. And this is the other thing people are saying. Just put Motec on it if you can't. You can't just put Motec on something. Do you think you can just put a Motec on something and have it run fine? What about your body control module? What about your ABS module? That means no working AC, no working speedo, not a working transmission because it's a 10R80, and can the Motec even communicate with the CAN bus system? No. So what are you doing? You're basically making a shell. So I've literally seen people on the S650 page say this. Just put Motec on it. You can't put Motec on it. As a matter of fact, Gen 3s, you can't put Motec on it. There is still, as far as I know, Gen 3 Mustang doesn't have Motec supporting it. It's been GT350, Gen 2 architecture, Gen 2 architecture, GT500, Gen 2 architecture with TC298 computer, but no DI control, no 10R80 control. So just put Motec on it. I know you don't know anything. Like the moment you say just put Motec on it, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And it's not street legal. Motec is not approved for carb stuff. It's race car shit. So if you say put Motec in an S650 and it'll work, sure. None of your shit will work except the engine, and then you have to switch the transmission to a turbo 400. Congratulations, you've made it a Fox body. Idiot. Those bikes are $4,000. Was in Hong Kong this year. Seen an S550 EcoBoost. Grab a blue. I have a pic. Damn, missed the bikes announcement. I saw that a few weeks ago. Yeah, I just saw it today, and I'm like, oh my lord. I'm not dialed in on Ford stuff, except like, okay. So when Ford announces something that isn't like crucial to what I do for a living, like F-150 or Mustang, I kind of don't care. So then people just go, did you see this? I go, no. And then I go, oh my God, why would they do that? I just think Ford is just washing their brand down the drain. I like a nebulous brand. I like a brand that you don't know who the owner is. You don't hear them speak. Nebulous, just kind of like out there. They're not on Twitter. They're not talking. It's just, here's your product. Fuck you. Do you guys know a product that is badass and you don't even know who the fuck the CEO is? Send a pic on Instagram. First see a ZR1 or Dyno made 1028. Sounds like 1200 to the crank to me. No. Those have a little less drivetrain loss, Astros, because everything's at the back. Everything is like, there's no drive shaft to lose the drivetrain efficiency in. It's just boom, boom, go. You know, like trans, axle, and right there. So you generally lose a little less, not a lot less, but a little less. So instead of 15, maybe 12 or 10. Just finished the gym, tuning in now. S197 or Classics. I'm going to own 3 S197s. Listen, I'm going to own 3 S197s in about 2 weeks. That tells you that I like the modern Fox body that much. The GT500, if I run that 8, I probably would take the motor and tranny out and sell the rolling chassis because I don't want to deal with people and that. I want to keep that blower, the Magnuson blower, and I'll probably put in another project. That'd be cool. But selling the rolling chassis is probably going to be good if I get paint correction, get it painted, make it really nice, and maybe sell the rolling chassis. Because what's next? Put a 400 in it? No, I already did that. How long do you think companies like Lund and Stida have with Ford's new route? If tuning becomes available, it'll extend tuning another 3 to 5 years. If tuning becomes available for 24, 25 Mustang, it'll extend tuning for another 4 to 5 years. Easily, because Lund is going to buy a car. Lund is going to buy a truck. Or work with someone that has a truck like MRL or someone and dial in. I think they'll buy the truck. They'll sell their 21 truck. They'll buy a 24 Mustang. They'll buy a 24 truck. Dial both in. Whipple, twin turbo, 10R80, built 10. So now we have extended the process another 5 years. I scraped my front splitter, my Ross Street, called, ordered a new one from them. Bitch was only $75 for shipping. I was blown away, and I wanted to mention that. Good for you. Every time I meet another Mustang owner, I want to sell mine. Do you remember when the Ford Pride Raptor? Yes, I did that. Ford wrapped their Raptor. June, you haven't heard Pride shit? Did you? June Pride stuff is gone. Like, Pride, see ya. Like, it just went away. Thank God. You bought a race car? Nice, man. I bought a really fast S197 white with a 4R200 TVS. We'll see if we go on 850 in it and then see what happens. When are you getting the Boss 302? Nope, no Boss 302. What's up, bro? When is the S650 unlock? There's rumblings, so if you don't hear something by August, I'd be surprised. I'm saying like rumblings, but don't count on Lund being number one first doing it. So I don't want to get into it because it might step on toes. But you know, I think people that will support the tuning want to have control. So I don't think Lund is someone that like allows us to be controlled, like we run the show. So they'll probably provide tuning to someone that they can control, and that person will be the first. But just like who was the first to tune the Coyote Mustang? Who was the first to tune the Gen 2? Who was the first to tune the Gen 3? Who's the best? Lund. It doesn't matter who's the first. It's who does it the best. Have you seen the joke AI Trump video where he cancels Pride Month? No. When Lund buys an RCSB, the only option will be a 5.0 Coyote. We're not going to buy an RCSB. They'll never buy an RCSB. They'll buy a quad cab. They'll always buy a quad cab. They'll never buy an RCSB. Why? You can sell a quad cab or Super Crew easier than a RCSB. RCSB is stupid to buy. It's a 2-seater, 3-seater, really. So race car, good for you, bro. Yeah, basically race car. Yeah, just dumb shit that I drive. I don't want slow shit. Donnie will stay stock. If somebody wants to buy Donnie, they can make me an offer. But that car drives so good, and it's a quick daily, an 11.7 daily. I'm good on there. I'm good on that. And then what if I put 10 PSI? I have the Department of Boost kit. Put 10 PSI to it. Time is my problem. I don't have the time. Someone find this man a black and orange Laguna Seca for his 4th S197. Alex is going to be on Cleater's channel, so fuck no. But why can't you just put a Holly in it? Mini bike, I thought that too. You can't put a Holly in anything because you're just going to have to make it a race car. Again, these guys don't understand what standalones are. They're not legal for the road, and you just basically make it a race car, and your body control module, ABS, all the shit goes away when you put race car shit in. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Today, we talked a lot about the copium that a lot of people are facing with the up-and-coming ZR1X and ZR1s. Some guy, Paragon or something, made 1,000 wheel with a ZR1. It is legit. That's the Boogeyman, the new Boogeyman. If you're built or not, you got a plaid, you got a sapphire, that's the new Boogeyman. It might be right there with you. So you better be on your toes when you see a ZR1 out there, guys, built or not. It's probably a 4-second 60 to 130 car, 9.5 rear-wheel drive, 890 all-wheel drive. Roll car, it's going to be dumb. I'd love to see what the summer brings or the fall brings in terms of performance, half mile, quarter mile, sticky prep, tires, all that stuff. It's going to be a good time to watch what this new car does, and we'll see if they actually post some kind of Nürburgring time to see how bad it beats the GTD, because something tells me it's going to beat the GTD. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Thursday. Jesus, it's only Tuesday. Fuck me. I'll see you guys on Thursday for YDBT Daily. I'll do a dating channel tomorrow for those of you that like to watch the dating channel. But YDBT Daily on this channel at 8 p.m. on Thursday. We'll hang out then. Have a good rest of your night, guys. I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye.